Salam sejahtera, salam satu Malaysia and Wanakam. SEDIC is the Unit for Socio-Economic Development of Indian Community, formed under the Prime Minister's Department by Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri Datuk Seri Muhammad Rajendran in May 2014. And since the time of inception, we manage all the special funding by the government, by the Honorable Prime Minister, for the socio-economic development of the Indian community, targeted towards the vulnerable group coming from the bottom 40. Okay, SEDIC programs, those who are eligible to apply are non-governmental organizations, NGOs, which are either registered under Register of Societies or Register of Youth or under the Cooperatives Commission, The second category of people or rather organizations who are eligible to apply are those which are registered as private skills institutes. So these are the two categories of organizations, outfits who are eligible to apply for SEDIC funding. Once we have received the applications, it will take for the NGOs anything between 4 to 6 months. We are working on a 4 to 6 months time frame to distribute the funds. But if it's private skills institute, it will take almost double the time. So people have to prepare because the procedures are much more stringent as compared to the NGOs. This year, we actually take our focus areas from what we call CCIC, the Cabinet Committee on the Indian Community, which the YAB Prime Minister himself chairs, and there are 26 focus areas which have been identified, which are all important to the Indian community. So last year we took the 11 which are considered very, very important, and this year we have maintained 4 out of the 11 last year and added 2 more, all based on the needs. Because when we went through the whole process of handling applications from various NGOs and private skills into last year, we realized that there are 2 other areas which we needed to add, which have been added this year. One is the entrepreneur development, and the other one is providing assistance to children to attend tuition classes or extra classes, especially coming from the bottom 40 category. We are already seeing positive results being seen, as an outcome of these programs. And for this year, the last year which we did the funding for 379, at least 160,000 Indians, across the country will be the direct participants, and with added value of many more indirectly benefiting from these programs. Those who have been selected to receive the funding from SEDIC, their proposals have gone through 3 levels of screening, So after which we invited them to sign an MOU with us, and besides the MOU, we have also given them extra guidelines to follow in terms of how we expect them to spend the money and for what purpose and so on and so forth. So we expect them to strictly adhere to these guidelines, Okay. Plus, upon signing the MOU and also receiving the funds, within a stipulated time, they have been required to give us 2 documents. Number 1 is the schedule of activities, with whom they are conducting these programs for us to go and do the monitoring. Number 2, also on the plan to spend the funding, especially if they are going beyond 3 months period, because ours is a maximum of 12 months. So if their programs have been approved for a period of like 6 months or 9 months, we would want them to give us a plan as how they plan to spend the money.
So these two documents are very, very important. So those after repeated attempts, if they fail to do, then we use that as one of the ways of blacklisting them. Number two, we have also required them to attend our briefing sessions. All those recipients were required to attend briefing sessions. So we had 3 rounds of briefing sessions for them, so that we and them are on the same page. If there are out there any one of them who did not attend any of these, then again another reason to start blacklisting them. Third is, of course, when we go and my officers are on the ground looking at them, doing the monitoring. If they fail to comply with all these guidelines we have set forth, then there is enough reason for us to blacklist them. And we have also we are also in the midst of developing a star rating system for these NGOs, which, if they are based on their performance, and our monitoring performance, starting with how they conduct the programs on the ground, and the reports they present to us, and also the coming here every 3 months to present their proposals, and also what kind of impact they are creating on the ground. So based on this, we are trying to develop a star rating system for the NGOs and the private skills institutes. Yes, we have given specific guidelines on the progress report they are required to submit to SEDIC, and we have got 3 categories of these recipients. One, we have A, category B, and category C. Category A, a certain amount of money and beyond are considered as category A, which are the who are the big players. Then we have the category B between amount, another based on this amount, and also the impact of the program. Then the category C will be the largest number with actually a certain amount of funding and below. So we focus, of course, A, B. They are required. All of them are required to submit progress report on every quarter. Every quarter, and the guidelines and the template we have given to them. So they are supposed to provide these reports. But the category A and B, who are considered the big players, we actually require them to attend our meetings on a monthly basis, because we want to track the way they do things. If there are problems, we work with them to solve those problems for them as well, so that the target groups actually receive the benefits. SEDIC's funding is for programs. This funding cannot be used for salary of their staff. Number 2, for rental, marketing, all that. Last year we approved a maximum of 2 programs. So this year what we have done, maximum of 3 programs. Priorities will be given to those who failed to get funding last year. But meeting all our standards and also the criteria we set forth, if they NGOs which were not successful last year, they come with a proposal, again not compromising on the quality of the program, but if they come with good programs but they fail to get funding last year, they will be given priority. Okay, SEDIC is very clear. Registered organization, doesn't matter when, we will, at the point of application, they are eligible to apply. Alright? But of course, when it comes to track record, one of the 4 criteria I talked about, they might not have the track record of some other organizations, but still we will consider, because there are genuine people out there who are doing good work, working with the community, but they may not have had an NGO registered and so on and so forth, but they are making an attempt to get funding through an NGO. Yeah, why not? Sure. I'm sorry, we won't be able to entertain requests for scholarships or handouts, And the other thing is also for business to developing their own business, we won't be able to give funding. But training to Indian youths and women to do business or to become entrepreneurs, yes, we can support. Training, yes. Capacity building, yes. But not to start a business, or rather the capital to start a business. I think there are other opportunities for them where they can go and apply for. individuals are not they are not eligible to apply for SEDIC funding. It has to be either an NGO or a private skills institute. SEDIC has uploaded information about all the 379 NGOs which have been given funding to our website, which is actually www.sedic.my. So we expect the public who are interested can go into our website and get this information and actually start contacting these organizations. The other way is to these NGOs which are out there, they are required to disseminate information to the public, especially the target groups for which the funding has been given for, so that they make enough they create enough publicity either through media or social media, so that they will get the number of participants which they have been given funding for. Once they have been selected, they will be notified with an offer letter, and they are required to come and sign an MOU. Upon receiving the MOU signed and stamped, we will process the payment, and the payment is done through electronic transfer from the Prime Minister's Department into the accounts. If an NGO has been blacklisted, I don't think we'll be very interested to work with them unless they can show that they have made attempts to improve on whatever reason for which they have been shortlisted for. The worth of the program will be judged by the people on the ground, and we have now empowered them with the funding from the Prime Minister. The good word will go around and you get enough participants. If they're going to pay so much attention to the publicity, I have my doubts about whether these programs are really worth it. And we are into the second year with a 60 million ringgit budget to work with NGOs, the stakeholders on the ground, and the Private Skills Institute. And we are seeing is that this has been well received by the people out there with a proper system put in place. I seek the cooperation of every one of you out there. Let's work together. And at this point, I would like to thank everyone who is coming forward to help, to render their services, to help the community, bring our strength together to help the people on the ground, so that they will be in the national stream, of development of Malaysia, so that come 2020, we see developed Malaysia with every Malaysian, including the Indian community, becoming prosperous and also seeing the fruits of our labor. Thank you.